5 radar contacts suddenly change course at the same time. Not one, not two, but 5 aircraft turning directly toward a United States Navy carrier strike group. Inside the carrier's Combat Information Center, the lights are dim and screens glow with real-time data. The ship continues forward at 21 knots, slicing through calm ocean water as if nothing unusual is happening. But the sensors tell a different story. 5 aircraft that had been flying parallel suddenly turn to heading 090, accelerating fast. Identification appears on the screen. Iranian Air Force MiG-29 Fulcrums. The strike group responds with calm precision. Radar systems refine the image as the aircraft close in rapidly. Distance drops to 80 nautical miles, then 60. 2 F/18 Super Hornets sit on the carrier deck in alert status. Pilots already strapped in and ready. Within seconds, the catapults fire, and the fighters launch into the pale morning sky. They climb aggressively to intercept, placing themselves directly between the incoming MiGs and the carrier. Meanwhile, the Iranian formation tightens. The aircraft descend from high altitude and spread into an offensive pattern. Electronic sensors detect their radar activating, scanning the American fighters. Now the distance shrinks to less than 30 miles. Both sides are inside missile range, where a single decision could start a deadly chain reaction in seconds. Yet the American pilots remain steady, holding formation and projecting confidence rather than aggression. At just a few miles apart, the tension becomes almost unbearable. One MiG suddenly dives and streaks across the bow of the carrier at extremely low altitude, passing within barely 1,000 yards of the lead Super Hornet. The jet roars over the water in a dramatic show of force, shock waves rippling across the sea. But no missile launches. No shots are fired. The American fighters hold their position, calm and disciplined, refusing to escalate. Moments later, the Iranian aircraft turn east and begin to pull away. The carrier never changed course. The strike group simply watched, tracked, and waited. In less than 15 minutes, the entire encounter ended without a single weapon fired. Yet everyone on that carrier understood how thin the margin had been. Because at distances like that, with radar locks lasting only seconds, as the distance between the jets and the carrier slowly increases, the tension that filled the sky only minutes ago begins to fade, but the lesson remains. For nearly 15 minutes, 5 Iranian MiG-29 fighters pushed dangerously close to one of the most powerful naval forces on Earth. Radar locks flashed, fighters maneuvered within a few miles, and for a brief moment, the entire situation balanced on the edge of escalation. Yet no missiles were fired, no guns spoke, and no alarms of war were triggered. The carrier strike group held its course at 21 knots, calm and unshaken, proving that real power is not always about pulling the trigger. It is about control, discipline, and confidence under pressure. Every radar signal, every altitude change, and every maneuver was recorded, analyzed, and stored because encounters like this are not just about the moment. They're about understanding how close the world can come to conflict without crossing the line. For the pilots in the sky and the crews inside the Combat Information Center, those few minutes were a reminder of how quickly modern air combat could ignite. One missile launch at that range could have changed everything in seconds. But this time, the jets turned away, the ocean returned to silence, and the carrier continued forward as if nothing had happened. That is the quiet reality of naval deterrence, where strength is measured not only by weapons, but by the ability to prevent war before it begins. And somewhere beyond the horizon, those 5 radar echoes are already gone, leaving behind a story that proves how thin the line between confrontation and catastrophe can truly be.